Good evening, I'm Gina-Maria Garcia.
And I'm Justine Steinberger. Welcome to the NUTV News Show. SGA President Michael Sabo is moving to appeal the Finance Board's decision to deny their organization any executive pay. The SGA asked for a budget of nearly $53,000. The Finance Board decided to give about $23,000 with no money for stipends. Previously, 11 members of the SGA received salaries. The president's payroll was around $4,200 a year. The Appeals Board will choose to uphold or modify the Finance Board's original allocation.
Students voted for Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen in a recent survey for a new vendor in the Curry Student Center. Popeye's, Bojangles, and Raising Cane's were the new chicken restaurant choices after Chick-fil-A was removed from the consideration for renovation plans. The SGA will recommend that the university's administration move forward with Popeye's as the new addition.
The Nor'easters is once again the 7th best student a cappella group in the nation. The co-ed vocal group placed second in the International Championship of Collegiate A Cappella Wildcard Round. The ensemble remixed 4 songs with eye-catching choreography. Will perform at the Fenway Center April 15th at 6:30. This is the last week to take your yearbook picture. Taking your senior portrait is free. Formal wear is encouraged. You can purchase the Class of 2012 yearbook for $50. To make a purchase or set up an appointment, go to www.cauldron.neu.edu.
Fraternities and sororities teamed up to showcase their best dance moves for Greek Sing. Groups danced to several themes with creative costumes. Greek Sing was a part of Greek Week, where fraternities and sororities hold several events to celebrate Greek life.
Well, I'm super excited to be a part of Greek Week, and I'm dancing for D Phi, Delta Phi Epsilon, and we're doing a Forever Young dance.
Points are given at each event. Delta Phi Epsilon earned the winning title for Greek Week.
Econ Press is a publication that features several undergraduates' economic research. This semester's edition discusses how religious profiles affect GDP, how punitive damages correlate to wealth, and other topics. The group hosted Bentley University professor Scott Sumner. The author of The Money Illusion argues that the root cause of the late 2008 crash was not because of the financial crisis, but because of serious errors in monetary policy.
We should be essentially steering the economy by using market expectations as our compass, as our directional signal, to let us know whether we're doing too much or too little.
You can find a copy of the Econ Press at the Curry Student Center. For more information, go to www.econpress.org.
An interactive multimedia exhibition celebrated Northeastern's artistic community. The student group, the Art Collaborative, displayed over 60 works of art in their Curry Ballroom. Over 40 student artists submitted their creations, including watercolor paintings, photographs, and video projects. The night also featured several student bands and dance performers, such as the NU Breakers. The Art Collaborative welcomes any student that wishes to create or engage in any artistic expression. They meet every Tuesday at 8 in Writer Room 431.
After a variety of events that focused on cultures from Asia, Africa, South America, and the Middle East, the European community finally shared theirs. It's the first time the European clubs have collaborated to share their culture, tradition, and history.
And we want to show that, we're working together and that Europe is important to us. There's a lot of, Asian, Indian events on campus, but nothing really European. So we're trying to change that.
We don't necessarily hear about the Europeans, so it's there's many countries in Europe, and there's many people from Europe that go to school here. So it's why don't we ever see them?
The Neuropean Fair was able to showcase Europe through a collection of performances and food. Last week was the first annual Food Justice Week, designed to promote where our food comes from and why it matters.
NUTV's Jade Rosenberg went to a couple of those events and shares with us some healthy recipes.
Northeastern held its first Food Justice Week, filled with week-long events to focus on issues such as food production, distribution, and consumption. One event included Northeastern's head chef showing students how to cook with their CSA.
It really just stands for Community Supported Agriculture. So your share when you invest in the farm, what you get out of it obviously is the friendship and the awesome qualities of that, but then also your material goods, which are what the farm produces.
Recipes included kale chips, marinated mushrooms and tomatoes, and stuffed cabbage. Through a raffle, a lucky student won the CSA basket.
So excited to go home and use all my new vegetables. I don't know how I'm going to make some of this stuff, but I'll definitely be a little adventurous with all these newfound things.
Another event was held at the Latino Center, where students showcased foods from their home countries. They talked about foods such as tequeños.
It was like a foot-long tequeño. It was about that big, right? So imagine having like a cheese log wrapped around in a nice pastry. Oh, so good.
And instructed on how to make arepas.
Part of the event was that they definitely brought in the culture aspect of it. They just wasn't like a cooking demonstration. They actually brought in the history of both the countries of Colombia and Venezuela.
For NUTV, I'm Jade Rosenberg.
And that's all we have for you tonight, Northeastern.
Tune in next week for another edition of the NUTV News Show. Good night.